It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yeah, man, I was about to say, well, some of us prefer obviously exercising outside to keep fit. Others prefer watching sport, and if you're that kind of person, then the annual Under-18 Craven Week is just the thing for you. It's underway right now, and of course, yesterday was day 3 of the competition, and we have Brandon Yates in studio to give us an insight into what went down at Paul Roos High School yesterday, and also give us a preview of the games that will be happening, of course, later on today. And he'll be joining us for the rest of the week to chat about this, of course, very, very important schoolboy rugby event that we all look forward to every single year. So we're into day 3, dude, and day 4 today. What have been some of the key outcomes of the tournament so far?
So things are getting quite interesting at the moment. We're going into day 4, so we're getting closer and closer to that final day, and teams are playing for spots to get into that final. How it works now is that the 2 teams that finish at the top of the log with the most amount of points will go through into the final on day 5.
Okay, cool.
And then a couple of unions will obviously just be playing for pride and, trying to make their unions proud. And then, of course, a lot of players will be playing for those 2 SA school sides. They want to be making those sides that will go on to play European teams later in 2015.
Excellent.
So we're getting to that stage now where things are getting really interesting for the unions and the players individually.
Yeah, let's chat results. Big time Western Province making their mark and making their voices heard.
Yeah, there were a couple of big games here. Boland managed to remain undefeated with a 2015 win over Border, where their fly half Adrian van der Bank scored 10 points with the boots. The Blue Bulls managed to regain a bit of pride with a 35-17 win against the Pumas. Here's the hot Western Province team that managed to score 10 tries yesterday with a 65-5 win against the Griffins.
Did anybody just see that?
And then that guy over there scored 3 tries in the last 2 games, and he actually is a Paul Roos student, so he's doing his school and his province proud.
My word!
But the skill of these guys is unreal. I mean, I think schoolboy rugby is in the best form it ever has been as it is right now, so it's looking really good for not just the unions, but for South African rugby in general.
Yeah. And the Blue Bulls Pumas game, also a very, very big one from yesterday, right?
Yeah, and then Free State also managed to regain a bit of pride with a win as well. So the big unions that lost on the first day managed to get their act together yesterday, but it's a bit too late for some of them because most of the teams are undefeated. So unfortunately for them, the Blue Bulls and the Free State won't be in the final on Friday, but they are, of course, playing for pride still.
Indeed, man, and having watched some of the games as well, I'm very impressed with the kind of running rugby that we are developing as a culture, because we want to play that kind of more attacking rugby, especially as we look forward to developing our future Springboks.
I hope we keep that culture, because we always see these youngsters going out there with the skill and the playing without fear and not kicking and playing running, exciting rugby. So hopefully that when they get into the senior systems and that kind of thing, that they keep that kind of fearless attitude going forward and playing that rugby we love to watch.
Indeed, sir. So what are some of the games to look forward to today?
We've got a couple of big games on the go today. The Greek was taking on the Leopards, Zimbabwe taking on the EPCD, SWD Eagles taking on the Lions, and then the 2 big games today will see the Falco taking on the Griquas and EP versus KZN, and all 4 of those teams are undefeated and have a big chance of making the final on Friday.
Yeah. If you were to give your prediction right now based on what you've seen so far, who's going to win Craven Week 2015?
I must say, after that game yesterday, Western Province are looking absolutely insane. I mean, the Griffins pretty much destroyed the Free State, and then Western Province went and destroyed the Griffins, so they're looking really good. And then Eastern Province are also looking really good. So I'd say I'm looking at a Eastern Province, Western Province final, and then I would say, hopefully as a Cape Townian, Western Province take that final.
Good man, clash of the Titans. Brandon will join us again, of course, tomorrow to give us some highlights of what went down on day 4 of Craven Week 2015.